With Hawaii's rising costs, the Hawaiian Council, led by Kuhio Lewis, is working to reduce reliance on imported fuels by advancing locally driven renewable energy grounded in Aloha ʻāina.
You know, it's really going to be one of the key discussion topics next week at the Native Hawaiian Convention in Tulalip, Washington.
Yes.
And joining us right now is Josh Stanbro. He's the Chief Administrator of Kalahiki from the Hawaiian Council. Aloha, Josh.
Aloha.
Thank you so much for joining us, Bob.
Thank you for having us.
We're all getting ready for the Native Hawaiian Convention, but let's talk about you for a little bit. I know that you just recently joined the Hawaiian Council as its new Chief Administrator for Kalahiki. Can you tell us a little bit more about that program?
Yeah, so Kalahiki is a program to really try to bring energy independence, energy sovereignty to Native Hawaiian working families here in Hawaii. The utility bills are really high. We're having more and more issues with sort of grid reliability and that sort of thing. And so energy is really super important to households. And so Kalahiki is built to try to make sure that we have energy security and cheaper energy for folks to make sure their families are good.
Wow. I love that. You know, I love that Hawaiian Council is thinking about this. It's not the kind of thing that I would expect Hawaiian Council to think of, but they are. They're thinking about our future of how we're going to be sustainable, truly sustainable. But I know, brother, you said the word sovereignty, and I all of a sudden went, what? You know, like,
what time we meeting at the palace?
The word sovereignty means a little something different for myself and for many Hawaiians out there. So tell us a little bit more about energy sovereignty and what this initiative is all about.
Yeah, no, understood. I mean, I think in this context, we're talking about sovereignty as independence. So right now, we pay about $5 billion a year to send off in a ship,
with a B?
$5 billion to bring in oil to basically give us energy. And technology has gotten so much better these days that we can actually create and power our homes and all of our needs here with renewable homegrown energy. So it's really an economic development piece. I mean, you know, Hawaiian Council and Kuhio, he's always thinking about like, where's the economic development options for local
our Native
folks?
Hawaiian families,
exactly.
Yes.
So we want to make sure that there's a seat at the table for local folks to sort of benefit from that transition that's happening in the energy space. And it's clean energy, so it's great, but we got to make sure that it's actually good for the folks that are here and living here and being able to benefit from it.
Yep.
Well, let's swing it back to the Native Hawaiian Convention. We are going to be going to visit some indigenous cousins. So have you guys learned anything from them on how they're creating the opportunity to be, you know, self-sustained, you know, that self-sustainability and as far as energy goes?
Yeah, well, so I mean, part of the reason that Kalahiki is being created right now is there was a huge effort from the federal government to put a bunch of funding and tax breaks and projects together from the last administration to help stand up energy independence and energy sovereignty across rural areas and through tribal communities and here in Hawaii. A lot of that funding has been pulled back. And so this is Hawaiian Council stepping into that space. And we are working with a ton of different tribal brothers and sisters on the continent and meeting at the convention to talk about how do we maintain that momentum and make sure that our people don't miss out on the opportunity for cutting those utility bills and making sure that you've got security, the lights are on, even if there's been a storm or even if the grid is down. We can do that now, and in some of the reservation areas on the continent, they have to do it from renewable power with battery backup and all the things that are available to us now.
Oh, we're going to learn so much up there then.
I love it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be about accessibility, affordability, and of course, new and sustainability, these new energy, like you said, energy sovereignty or energy independence for our Hawaii.
Yeah, and taking care of our communities. So the Lummi Nation, in fact, has created a microgrid to protect their community health center. So it's always up, it's always on, and they pay a lower bill, so their medical costs for their nation is lower. We're looking at doing that here with the community health centers across our islands to make sure that the power is always on for those that heal us, and doing that through help from Hawaiian Council.
Beautiful. Yeah. So awesome.
I am loving that talk story. So thank you so much for bringing that to us, Josh. And how can we continue to follow the conversation for Kalahiki? Is there a place, or is it on the Hawaiian Council website?
Yeah, Hawaiian Council website. So you can go Hawaiian Council website. Kalahiki is where you can get information, sign up for more information, sign up if you're interested as a household and how you can tap into that. If you're interested in going to the convention. Convention registration is there. We would love to have folks attend, talk about what energy sovereignty looks like and feels like as well.
HawaiianCouncil.org.
Love it.
Josh Stanbro, thank you
Chief
so much.
Administrator of Kalahiki.